Right, let's see who comes on, if anyone. Right. Had something interesting happen a little while ago. The other thing is I can't prove it. Keep that there. I might try again in a minute. Right, Ian. So I wasn't going to do a stream tonight. I was just going to chill out. I've still not got the Wi-Fi cameras. They still didn't turn up. It's got a message saying like contact the delivery driver by this number. I rang that number 4 times. As soon as it answered, it was a EE voice message. I left 2 messages and the guy never got back to me. I've emailed the seller on eBay telling them to check that he put the right address down. And if he hasn't, to contact Yodel. All right, Leonard, to contact Yodel and get them to, amend the address details. So I ordered those Wi-Fi cameras about a week ago now, and they're still not turned up. So, I sent him an email through eBay earlier. He didn't get back to me. So now I've put one open, like, if you don't, contact them and try to sort this out, or send me replacement ones, I'm going to open an eBay dispute, which I will do on 15th. So that's how long I've got to wait for the 15th. So anyway, so I still not got the Wi-Fi cameras yet, so I can't really do much as of yet. But anyway, good news and bad news. Good news is I've got my Xbox Connect portable up and running. Bad news was that I ordered some cables yesterday on Amazon, and they're not the right fucking cables. So that's like 12 quid down the drain. But the cables start to fit my mobile phone, so I'll keep them as spare charger cables. I did find one of the original cables that I can connect the tablet to the Xbox. Now, I'm being honest with you guys, I don't bullshit you, yeah? But the thing is, I can't prove it right now because I had that running, right? Yeah, I think so, Leonard. It's all the same kind of, like, probably near enough the same kind of kits. Just, they make them different, don't they? You can get one that completely plays musical tunes. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a minute, yeah? So I was tinkering around with my Xbox. Didn't think I was going to get anything here. Panned it around the room, nothing. Panned it in the hallway, nothing. Panned it back over towards the back of the bed, nothing. And as I turned, I got a hit, which I thought was on a chair. But the hit I got was actually on the table. And I didn't get one hit, I got 2 hits, 2 anomalies sitting side by side of each other. Now, I was hoping that the Bandicam was recording at the time, but it wasn't, because Bandicam's a bit of a pig on the tablet, to be honest with you. So, I tried looking to see if there's a recording, and Bandicam hadn't even been recording. It looks like if I actually pressed record. So I'm thinking, fucking hell, I bet that anomaly's not there anymore. So I've turned off the light again, stood in the door, and I've asked if any of the spirits are still here. Well, one kept coming back and forward, and it always seems to be on the table, not the chair or the bed, on the table. And I'm saying, like, why are you sitting on the table? Why don't you sit on the chair? Come on, sit on the chair, don't sit on the table. And you could actually see it move from the table onto the chair, and then back from the chair onto the table. Now, I was actually recording it on camcorder, so I thought, if I had the problem with the last fucking video where I had 2 of them, if I get 2 back, it's going to be a blinding light bit of evidence, really, to me, and maybe to some of you guys. So anyway, I'm using the camcorder, And guess what? I didn't have a fucking memory card in the camcorder. So I'm thinking that the camcorder is recording it, but it wasn't recording it. Or it did record some of it, but you've only got X amount of memory on the camcorder if you don't put a normal memory card in. So I'm sticking the memory card in, hoping that I can format the memory card and then transfer the video from the camcorder over to the memory card. Then I could upload it. That didn't work. So I thought, well, hang on, I've still got the file that should be recording through Bandicam, the second file. Although I only got one anomaly this time, not the two from earlier, the anomaly did move from the table to the chair and from the chair to the table. So I said, right, thank you very much. I'm not going to, like make a waste of your energy because I want to try this again maybe later in the week. I've gone to try and watch the video, and guess what? Video file corrupted. So I'm looking around on YouTube, and not YouTube, Google, find any kind of like apps that will repair a video file. Now there's a website which I'll come off on now, where it actually would repair a certain percentage of the file, but it'll only give you a certain percent. If you want the full file, you've got to pay for the full file, which is like $10, and I'm not paying that. Now the thing is, the bit which it did actually repair, there's a bit of a weird thing going on there, because there's me, talking to the anomaly that I know was being captured on the Xbox system. And I know that, it's definitely been captured through the software, just that the software got corrupted, yeah. But this website was able to repair like a quarter of the actual video. But when I'm actually watching it, I've noticed that on the repair bit here, it's not actually showing you the anomaly, although I'm talking to the anomaly, which is really weird. Because if that saved as a proper file and it didn't corrupt, you'd have seen it. I could have showed you on a camcorder, but so I just put a new memory card in, and I formatted it, and it formatted the whole bloody system, didn't it? It's formatted the memory card and the memory on the camcorder. So I lost all the recording of me capturing two anomalies on the Xbox. Now, people can turn around and say, the Xbox, can be very buggy, which it can be. I admit sometimes it can be buggy, but I've moved away from my chair and I'm standing in the door for about 5 minutes. I've turned it round and suddenly this anomaly appears on camera. Then within about 15 seconds, a second one appears. And the second one kind of kept coming and going for about 4 or 5 times. I'm thinking, great, I'm catching this. Fucking videos didn't do it work, did they? They didn't save them properly. Corrupted files. Now, the camcorder I was actually trying to use, what is that one? This one here. As I say, I put a memory card in, 32 gig one, which I got the other day from Amazon. I just ordered this morning actually. And so when you put the memory card in, let me just check something. Yeah, it actually formats the whole thing as well. It formats the memory on here and on the memory card. I was hoping that it just format the memory card and I could somehow transfer the file from here to over the memory card, because that way it would have like at least showed you the one kind of like anomaly. But I was hoping that I could just like I was hoping that I could like format this and copy it over to the memory card, but it wouldn't let me do it. So it's actually formatted the whole camcorder. So what I will do, I'm not going to do it tonight, but I'm going to try it again tomorrow. I'm going to try to see if I can get the anomalies back on the Xbox. I've actually got my PC one up and running as well now, but I'm not actually running it. I just got the Xbox running. So tomorrow night, hopefully, we're going to try and do some Xbox Connects, and so we can get some anomalies. The thing is, like, if they were in front where my table is, that Xbox on the TV, I'm not going to be able to bring that round because all the cables are all knotted up and everything else, kind of thing. So that might not be possible. We can try probably do it on the Xbox portable, and if we do get anything, then I might be able to show you that then. But tomorrow we'll have a go, see if we get anything. But yeah, it's fucking pissed me right off, Oh, doesn't come up. Yeah, I've still got the corrupt file on the tablet. I've even copied over to my PC, hoping I can use some files, programs. There was one which I did use before, but again, that only saved a quarter of the actual whole video, and I had to pay like $10, I think it was, for one of my bushcraft videos. Now, because I've actually tried that same website, and it kind of repaired a quarter of the video, that quarter should have at least showed the Xbox Connect on there, after I said, oh, hello, thanks for coming back. But you can't see it on there. So why you can't see it on there when it was on the original bloody video file, which got corrupted, I don't know. So if anyone knows how that works, I've got no idea. Right, so the thermal, actually I think I've got one somewhere. I think it's in this box over here. Right, I've got one here, which works. I've not put it in the box or anything yet. So you're kind of lucky. You're lucky, Leonard. You're lucky. Hello, Ian. Hello, Jamie. Right, let's get a battery. Right, so one battery. Right, here you've got two little push buttons right here. I'm not sure if it's that one. Right. So I just push them both. No, it don't want to work. Oh, there you go. Battery's really flat. You can barely hear it. You just heard it a second ago. No, it's lighting up the LEDs, but let's see if I can find a different battery on them. I think the battery's all dead. I don't want to be getting another one of those stronger batteries out. I need those. But it does have like a little musical thing on it. And you can get another one of these, similar, but kind of a larger kit format. What one it does. Well, all the batteries are flat. And the buzzers on here ain't that brilliant anyway. That's why I don't like using these buzzers anymore. I'd rather use a big, fatter, chunkier one. I don't think they all have them in. Because I'd say there's probably 2 or 3 different thermal kind of kits out there. You can actually build your own ones as well, which I've seen on the on YouTube. And I thought, God, that looks interesting. Maybe I could build it, but You know, you need a lot more components. The ball's a lot more bigger. So I think, nah, you know, I'm not going to bother. These kits could be a bit of a pain in the arse. You know, you don't get the right things round the right way round. You can screw the whole ball up, and I screwed up quite a few of these balls in the past. But there are, if you do a YouTube search on terminal boards, you'll see that there are different types out there. You can actually have one with a long cable, and you can actually like play the different types of pitch tones on it, you know, kind of thing. Bit like a piano, but it's not like a piano because you ain't got the keys on it. It's like, you know, you're using the air around it. So and I thought, oh, I might buy one of those. Fucking hell, the price of them, you're talking about 2-3 grand. Oh, stop that, mate. No way. Because there are people that actually either build them or buy them and, like, you know, make really good music out of them. See, with that, what you'll do, it's generating its sound, but because the antenna is creating its own EMF field around it, yeah, you're distorting that EMF and it's producing those tones, you know, and those tones are setting off the LEDs. I've got one in there. So when you've actually got it turned on, see, I've done this one where I could push the buttons, but this one, which sets it off, it's got stuck, and I can't release it. But all it is, it's like, you know, you're kind of like disrupting the field that's generating. This one needs a new battery in it. And if you do it at certain distances, you can tell, you know, by the different tones, it's like louder, lower, higher. Oh, give me a fucking headache now. But you see what I mean, you know. Yeah, because they apply and you're going to copy them. That's why. There's one on eBay that you can buy. One of those REM pods, and I know someone who's actually had a couple of them, and they broke within about a week, I think she said, and that's Rose Hillhouse. She said, I think she said she bought a couple of them, and within a couple of weeks they broke, and they would not reply to her messages. I don't know if she got a refund. So that's why, you know, I don't like buying stuff if I can help it. If I can find a way of building my own stuff, then that's what I'd rather do. I build my own stuff, you know, kind of thing, as you know. That I built myself. You know, the power sensor I built myself. My EM pumps I built myself. My vibration detectors I built myself. This one. This is just a prototype one. This one don't really work properly, but I built a couple of these. Here's another one, similar to that one. So I've got like a plate there, and that should pick up the vibration, but the plate isn't settling down properly. And you also, I've done it so you can have a microphone in it, so you can talk. So I'm not even touching it. Well, I am touching it, but I'm not thumping on it to make it vibrate, but you can speak into it and they set it off. You can even blow into it, because the microphone's actually picking up the sound of your air, you know, the sound of you blowing. So it's more of a 3-in-1 in one way. You know, my EM pump, as you know, I can turn that up and down motor to, you know, make the EMF that's generating that electronic magnetic emittance. You know, it's got a, I've got to push the right button. You've got a temperature gauge built into it. Thing is, this battery keeps coming loose on this one. Does have time, but she's gone past it. Ah, I've done it again. Temperature. Come on. Now you can put your time on it. I know that's wrong, but 24:01, so a minute past midnight, and it does have the seconds on it as well. And you have to set it by using this other little button here, but I don't muck around with the time on it. I just have it on the EMF, and that's it really. I might have it on the temperature sometimes, and so you get a temperature change on it. I just use it just as normal EMF meter. And no one's built those before apart from me. I have actually built some with the analog meter. That, you know, the little needle goes back and forwards. I built 3 of those, and 3 people's got them. I don't even have one myself at the moment. I did try to build another one of these EM pumps a couple of days ago, but I was having so many problems with it. And the battery started overheating and smoking and stuff like that. What I did wrong there. I thought, oh crap, ripping it all out, putting the finger up, fuck this, go to one side. Yeah, well, like, you know, I know there are companies out there who's actually modifying the K2 meters to have sound in it here, but they never originally had sound in it. I thought that idea up. Honestly, I'm not being big-headed. You look back about 9 years ago when I did my first K2 mod, and the only reason I'd done it because I was at a cemetery well past Croydon. It's more like I had to get a tram because I was doing some, like Googling on cemeteries, and I found this like cemetery, and there's a really big, massive one. Me and Aaron's done it once, and I've been up there a couple of times myself during the daytime, and I was getting like hits on this unnamed soldier statue, but I was only barely seeing the K2 lighting up. Then I moved off, and I was like more in the sunlight, and I didn't know I was getting K2 hits or not in this cemetery. It's only when I like kind of turned around into the shade you could see them going off. Well, how long has that fucking been going off for? I thought there must be a way, of modifying this, for sound or something, or make the LEDs brighter. Well, you can't make the LEDs brighter, so I tried that. So the only other thing I thought was about putting sound in it, and I just put, I had a speaker with 2 wires, and I just touching inside the circuit board, and I had the device, the K2 meter already opened up, turned over to where the circuit board is. I had an EM pump going off at the time, so I could see the LEDs were lighting up, which they were, and I was just mucking around, and suddenly, what the fuck? And I was old of them, and it was a constant beep. So I kind of like just lifted one off the actual circuit board, and it stopped. So I put it back on again, and it started going off again. I thought, fucking hell, I think I just cracked it. So I soldered it on, the little buzzer, put it inside the box, done the box up, and I removed it from the EM pump, and you couldn't hear the buzzer going. As soon as I put the EM pump near to the K2 meter and it started lighting lights up, you could hear the buzzer going. I thought, fucking hell, I've done it. But then I thought, right, I'll take it out on the field. It was a few weeks later, I think it was, I've gone over to another cemetery, and I'm getting crazy hits over the cemetery, man. I mean, crazy. And you can see the lights lighting up, you can hear the buzzer buzzing. I think, oh, Christ's sake, man, this is doing my head in. This is just not stopping, this K2 meter, and this buzzing is like really doing my head in. So I had to turn the K2 meter off a couple of times, because I was just getting constant hits with the buzzing. So when I got home, I thought, well, there's got to be a way of like turning that sound off. I thought, adding the switch. So Now this is one of my old ones. I think that's the on the switch actually, because the actual normal switch broke, so I had to put like the on off switch there. Now if I get me EM pump and turn it on, it's not actually going off because this K2 meter ain't working anymore. But when it was working, it's working kind of when it wants to. No, it doesn't work. I knackered this one up. So anyway, with this one, yeah, it was working, and this switch here was to turn off the sound. Like if I turn it off this way, there you go. You can't hear it get off right now. See what I mean? And like if I turn it off and switch that switch back on, and then flick it back on. So that's how I was modifying my K2 meters. So what I've done is I'll put a switch in between one of the circuit board contacts and onto the switch, the buzzer. So the buzzer wasn't actually connected directly to the circuit board. What I did, I had one wire from the buzzer connected to the circuit board, the other wire connected to the switch, and the switch connected to the circuit board. And that's how I was able to turn it on and off. And I tell you, I was happy with that. I was so bloody happy that I cracked that as well. I thought, well, you know, I wonder if anyone has ever have done this, you know. And I looked over, you know, I looked through YouTube for years, and like no one ever done it. And if you look how many people have looked at my videos now, I think what's happened, people seen it, and I did do a video on how to do it. I don't know if it's on this channel or my Ghost Gear channel, and I think people just copied my idea. And the thing is, I'm okay with people copying my idea, but what pissed me off is that they turn around and say it's their idea when it isn't. Because this idea wasn't out 9 years ago, and I cracked this about 8-9 years ago. So people have been copying my original idea, but I'm okay with that. I just wish that they said, oh, you know, I've got this idea from this other guy, you know, from this other channel. So I was actually trying to do selling mod kits on my website, but I took them down now because like no one was really interested. So I thought, well, no one's interested. I might as well just like, you know, do a video showing how to do it, and people can mod their own K2 meters. Now, if you look on eBay, right, a normal K2 meter, someone would probably sell for about 30, 35, 40 pounds, yeah. But one which has been modded was sound on it. They're doing about 70 odd quid. And that's turn it on and you get constant like buzzing when it goes off. I don't think I've seen any which they've put a switch on to turn that sound on and off yet. Now, I could have done hundreds of them, sold hundreds, but I couldn't be bothered. You know, it's not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. No. I had too many people causing me problems in the past because I was trying to make stuff and sell it to people who couldn't afford to buy ghost hunting equipment, hoping that they use mine and, you know, save money. But people got jealous and started trying to screw me over, you know, with the unemployment and all that kind of crap. So I'm making thousands of pounds a week. Just a load of bullshit. But, you know, the only time I do stuff now is mainly for myself. You know, sometimes I might make you a bit extra and I'll give them away. Because that money out of my own pocket, you know. And I don't mind doing that sometimes, you know. Because what I normally do, if I want to build something, I won't build it as one. I buy enough equipment, enough components to build at least half a dozen, because I know I'm going to use them myself. And if I've got any spare bits left over to build another one, I'll build another one and give it away. You ask Delorious, you ask John LSS, you ask the Foreman brothers, Living Dead Paranormal. They've all had stuff off me. I know Delorious bought some stuff off me, but he's had some free stuff off me as well. I think there's two different versions. Like you've got the original, which doesn't go off constantly. You know, like when you get a K2 meter, like this ain't the original one, because like when you shake it, you know, you can see the other lights light up sometimes. You know, the original one never had that. The original K2 meters, you could walk around with it and shake it up and down, left, right, and it wouldn't go off. The only time it go off is when you was getting a reaction to EMF. But there's other ones which you could buy. And like, you know, I know it's hard to see, but if you're walking around, you know, that one did just go off again. So they, you know, there are ones which are very, 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 what's that word for it? Not delicate, but sensitive. You know, just like, you know, moving around sets it off. You know, there are some websites where they sell K2 meters and they say original, but you know, the original ones are a bit more expensive. It's like the PSB7, the first one that came out wasn't like mucked around with. You know, you still had all that horrible static and white noise. Nowadays, you know, they kind of like detuned it and all that kind of stuff. And people still after like the original ones. I had the original one. I sold it to Michael. I just couldn't get. I just could not get the hang of it. I can't even get the hang of the PSB 11, which I still got. And that's got 2 built-in PSB 7s, and I still can't, you know, get the hang of it. You know, and I know with ghost boxes, you know, you won't get much responses on ghost boxes on AM here in the UK that I know of. You know, I've asked loads of people, and they said no, AM. You know, you don't get hardly anything. Medium wave, a little bit. FM, you know, constant kind of stuff. But it depends on the kind of radio and how it's been tuned, and you know, the frequencies and all that kind of blaving, you know, kind of thing. But you know, I sent over Living Dead Paranormal, one of my own hacked ghost boxes, which was one of the Amiga ghost boxes, and this is going back, you know, 7 years. So I was watching their channel, and I noticed they didn't have ghost box. So I emailed him. I said, I've been watching your videos, they've been really good. I said, how come you're not doing ghost boxing? No, we had one, but it broke, and we can't afford another one at the moment. Because, you know, we've only just started. You know, we've been doing the paranormal constantly. You know, we've lived up. You know, we've been brought into the paranormal. We've brought up in the paranormal, but you know, we've only kind of decided to get into, you know, as a group and, you know, go out and do, you know, more paranormal stuff, but it's costing money. So I said, well, you know what, I'll send you a ghost box over. And I said, would you? I said, yeah, I'll send you one over free of charge. I said, like, you know, all I want in return is, you know, a little bit of credit at the end, saying, you know, ghost box from Steve Southwest Ghost or whatever, you know, kind of thing. I said, yeah, we'll do that. Well, they didn't do it so much with the ghost box, but they did do it with one of my EM pumps on one of their episodes. I think it's the farm one, Willow Creek Farm, I think it's called. And they got me EM pump up in the bedroom, and this is towards the end of the video. And yeah, you know, the EM pump was going completely crazy. You know, there was like a little kind of like interference because the EM pump I built them had a built-in flashlight as well, so they could walk around. You know, and if they turn the EM pump off, they've, you know, got a flashlight with them. So he had that turned on with the EM pump, and he's walking through one of the rooms, and the light kind of flickered and like made a kind of cast on the wall or something. It goes like, you know, that's the flashlight from the EM pump. But I still use them. But the ghost box they use them all the time. How it hasn't broken down yet, I don't know. But they use AM, and they're getting blinding. You know, you just watch their channel when they use the ghost box. Sometimes they use a Necrophonic now. I think they've used in the past, like, you know, a Portal, which someone might have lent them or bought them, or I don't know, but they still use the Amiga. and you know they're still getting blinding response on it. Now I had another one, but it only worked on AM. I screwed up the FM on it, so I thought, well, you know, it's no good to me. You know, AM don't get anything on AM. So I said to him, and this was about a year ago. I said to him, look, I've got another one here. It only picks up AM, and I know you use AM. Do you want it? And he said, oh yeah, we'll have a spare one. So I got two Amigas from me now, two ghost boxes that I hacked. And I tried looking for those radios everywhere, and no one's got them. They're like so, you know, hard to find. You can't find them. It's like looking for a needle in the haystack. You'll never find them unless someone's got them in like a warehouse, you know, kind of stuck up in the corner somewhere, you know, and might suddenly find them and, you know, put them on social media or so. But I'll keep looking for them and I can't find any. And they're quite an easy little radio to hack. All I had to do was snip a wire, and that was it. And that was the mute wire. Now, some of the radios you can still hack, you know. If it's like the old POL 30, I think it is POL 30, I think it's called, or POL 3, 2, something like, I can't remember. But it's the old POL radios that had the mute. And all you had to do was cut the mute, and you was able to hack them. But I have found that with some of the radios now, even if it's got the mute and you cut it, it doesn't make it into a constant scanning ghost box. What you can do is you can actually put like some switches on the push up and down buttons, and that'll actually act as like a constant sweep for you. And I've done that with some of the little Sony digital boxes, you know, like the little square radio boxes that you got. And I've still got a couple of those as well, actually. You know, I've probably got about 5 or 6 different ghost boxes, maybe more, but I don't really use them much. I feel that with you know, spirits, to be honest with you, they will communicate with you in a certain way, like, you know, through, like, let's say for ghost boxes, for instance, yeah. If they find that an easy way to communicate with you, then, like, you know, they communicate with you through a ghost box. But it's like, you know, me, I get fed up with it. I get bored of it. And so do spirits. You know, you might have a lot of really good interaction with a spirit box in a certain location, and then you'll notice that you're not getting that interaction with them. So they get bored of it. They want something else to try. They want a new piece of equipment. So, like, you know, taking a REM pod, you know, for instance, yeah. Well, you know, you got to explain to them what the thing does, because otherwise they're not going to be able to do it. It's like, well, with my DC boxes, you know, I built 2 of them. I'd had them a couple of weeks. They weren't going nowhere. They weren't even sounding off. You know, all turn it on, bleep, and that was it. And I know like my ass was bloody active at that time, but I wasn't getting nothing from them. And Dave saw one, and he goes, well, you know, send me one. I'll have one of you. So I sold him one for the, you know, pretty cheap price actually. And he took it out that day on an investigation. Would you believe he got interaction with it? It was going crazy for him. But that it was going off so much it wouldn't even let him sit down and have a cup of tea with his mate Steve. And his video is still up on his YouTube channel because I watched it the other night. I thought, fucking hell, man, how the hell is his DC box going off? Which I just sent him up in my name. So I spoke to Dave through, like, you know, Facebook. And I said, how come it's going off in my name? He goes, well, did you tell him how to operate it? No, well, you need to tell them how to operate, because otherwise it ain't going to work, is it? It's like, you know, if a human goes and buys a new electrical device, you've got to learn how to use it, haven't you? And how do you learn? Reading instructions. I don't like doing it. You know, I don't like reading instructions. I rather like try to learn myself. And that's what the spirits are doing. They're learning different techniques. They're learning different equipment. No, you could have like you know, I've got one of the original REM pods, but the antenna broke off. So I had to, like, and I can't open it up. I don't know how the hell to open it up. There ain't no way opening these up. So I had to like stick an antenna in and hot glue it in. Now the thing with these ones now is that this is so kind of like sensitive. My battery's not working. Look, I can hold it, yeah. No, the battery's dead. Or the antenna's not working. But you know, you just pick it. It shouldn't be going off just picking up like that. You know, equipment that can be bloody funny bits of equipment, really. Like, you know, I do like the EDI. You know, I've got files on there. I've not even looked at it yet from the other night. But you know, you've got your vibration. I was out the other night. You know, went across the field to that park where you know, you got high EMF, and the K2 meter would not stop going off. You know, it's like buzzing constantly all the time I was over there. So I've turned this on, and I wasn't getting no hits on the EMF. I thought, well, you know, if this is picking up EMF, you know, why is my K2 meter picking up EMF and this one ain't? Because I suppose the EMF is running under kind of different EMF frequency or something. I don't know. But it did go off a couple of times, you know. And I actually got 666 on the fucking temperature gauge as well. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. Well, fuck hell, demonic, probably a demonic spirit, you know, dropping the temperature down to 666. And like, you know, the thing is, I like using things which has got temperature gauges, you know, especially LTC ones. Even with my EM pump here. Right, if I turn it on, now that's set as like temperature, yeah. I've had that turned on a few times in the past, and I've asked them to lower the temperature, and they've lowered it. And when I've asked them to make the temperature higher, they've highered it. And I like it like that because it shows that there is something interacting with the temperature. You know, the EMF, it could be any form of EMF that's setting off the device, you know. Electricity can set it off. You know, light sockets, even mobile phones can give you false readings on certain equipment. But yeah, you know, I do like this. I'm glad I didn't have to pay 350 quid for the damn thing though. It's like, you know, the cameras. No, I have seen on the Amazon that they've actually got a night vision one of these now, but it's like 70 quid. On eBay, they've got some which has been hacked, like this one I did myself, and that's like full spectrum, you know, like the purpley colour, yeah. It gives you the different spectrum of light. But, you know, people got them for 15 quid, taking them apart, taking the filter out to make them like, you know, UV, and they're selling them for 70 odd quid, you know, kind of thing, which I think is a piss take, really. Only takes about 10 minutes to take it apart and take out a fucking filter and put it back together again. Mind you, I've tried doing that several times myself and fucked up for like 4 of them. Yeah, I know. It's got a hole underneath. So I used to keep scratching my arm. I don't know what was wrong with it. I just kept itching. You know, I do wash myself, you know, just that, you know, I think there's something like a no when you get your tags, and sometimes the tags are like under behind there, or you know, sometimes I've had t-shirts where they got a tag down there, and like I kept itching, and I don't think that's down to itching. I did catch myself with this t-shirt one time, and I kind of like pulled the t-shirt right down, and I did hear a bit of a tear, so maybe it was that, I don't know. Hello, Winter Witch. Hello, Zimmy. Yeah, don't worry about the t-shirt. If you want to put another one on, keep you happy. If you don't want to see my armpit, you can't really see my armpit anyway, really. If I keep my arm down, you can't see it. No, what do you want me to do? Go and put another t-shirt on for you? I put one on which has got fucking 2 holes in. No, not really. I ain't got no other ones. I've got a shirt which is like torn down here. But I'll keep that for my milk detecting. But you know, equipment can be good to use, you know, but we can't prove whenever we get a piece of equipment and we get hits on it, it's spiritual. It could be, you know, a radio frequency that's setting off from a radio station or something, you know, through the airwaves. No, it could just be something man-made that's floating around in the, you know, outside in the environment. You know, your mobile phone. You know, I know a lot of people take their phone, but how many people will put their phone on airplane mode or turn the phone off? Not many, because they use the apps, don't they? They use like Necrophonic or what's it called? Echovox or some other kind of like spiritual app, you know, kind of thing. So a lot of people don't turn their phones off, and when they start getting hits on the K2 meter, they think, "Oh look, we got hit. It's a ghost." No, they've got to realise that the phone can also manipulate the K2 meter. If they want to make sure that that is original 100% interaction they get on the K2 meter, even if they don't want to turn the phone off, you know, give the phone to someone else and make them walk like, you know, 50 yards up on the pathway, you know, dirt track or whatever, and you're still getting hits then yeah, it could be spiritual. But again, it could be some form of man-made electricity or EMF or whatever, you know. Some people have actually said that we emit our own EMF, our own electronic magnetic forces. We could be setting them off. But, you know, people tend to like, you know, when a piece of equipment comes out, people go out and buy it in hope that it works in the spiritual world, you know, kind of thing. And sometimes it don't, sometimes it does. And if someone starts getting like, you know, oh, I'll go and buy that, and you know, if it works, it works. If it don't, I'll just send it back, kind of thing. Or I'll keep it for something else, you know, like those wall stud things, you know. I've got a couple over there, like, you know, you pick up wall studs. You can pick up, I think, AC. Apparently, like, picks up anything in the crevice of a wall. What else does it do? Wood. How can I find wood? Wood isn't metallic, but it says finds wood, metal, electrical wires, as well as cavities. Well, it picks up electrical wires, yeah. It picks up some metals, but how can it pick up wood? And how can it pick up cavities? So stud. No, stud. Metal. Oh, nice metal. Oh, I've got to push it, that's why. Right. So, oh shit. Fucking chair's gone back. So that's picking up metal. Don't know what that does. AC I'm not getting up to do. But that's wood. So why is it not picking up wood when it says it picks up wood? Unless it's that bleep bleep. My chair nearly broke again. Yeah, that's kind of broke actually. Shit. Oh well. I broke my chair again, not even made it a year. Fucking chairs. You heard it go, didn't you? I don't charge for investigations. Never have done. I don't do many residentials anyway. I've got no one to do it with. You can't really go out and do a residential investigation on your own because of certain reasons. You know, if you pick up something dark and demonic, and you get attacked, by an unseen entity, and you're in the house doing an investigation yourself, then you're kind of screwed, aren't you? I'll fed you, go away. So, like, no, you can't really do an investigation on your own, especially residential. I don't even go out and do not residential, but stuff outside, because like there's hidden danger there. You trip over, injure yourself, knock yourself out, might impale yourself with a tree, branch, or might trip over something that's metallic, and impale yourself that way. You can smash your head on a stone, a rock, whatever. Doing a residential, you could probably be attacked by some demonic, unseen entity. It could follow you home and cause you problems. I do stuff here because I know that I've got stuff here, and like earlier today, I caught 2 anomalies on my Xbox, which I really wanted to show you guys, but the file didn't save, it corrupted. I still got the file. I'm trying to find a way of repairing it, but the apps I've got just don't want to pick up that particular video file, and I can't repair it. I'll still keep trying. I will keep trying because I can show that I had at least one on there, which was sitting on the table. But I did pick up earlier 2 anomalies on the Xbox, and I really was hoping that I've recorded it, but I forgot to press record on Bandicam, because I've got Bandicam, which I do recording on the tablet, because it records your screen, or you can do it as screen recording on a game. But I had it on the screen recording, and I thought I pressed record, but I must have not done it. So I'm gonna, give it a go again tomorrow, and if I do get anything, I'll upload it. I think, to be honest with you, charging to do an investigation is a bit of a piss take, really. I know it costs you money to go out, buy all the equipment, kind of thing. But that's one thing you got to consider about. If you want to do a residential, you got to pay for your equipment. You can't expect the residential owner to go out and give you 10 grand to go and buy the equipment just to investigate his house. That's why there's a lot of people who do it, free, because they want to get that investigation to try to capture it and prove that there is something out there in the spirit realm. Sometimes you might be able to go there and help the owner and possibly cleanse your house or get rid of the entity that's maybe in there. And the owner is going to be so happy that they still want to give you some money. So some people just tell us, "Oh, look, if you want to make a donation, then we will accept a donation, because it does cost money to go and to a location, travel costs, petrol, running the vehicle, wear and tear on your equipment, battery costs. So it does cost a lot of money." Really? Well, if you think I'm breaking the law, hacking boxes, then you want to go and tell every other Tom, Dick, and Harry. Thousands of people will go to that and hack boxes. And you know what? Goodbye, fuckhead. He's gone. Fucking troll. Oh, fucking idiot. No, I think I know who that is. Trying to get me to say, "Oh yeah, I try," oh right, I'm going to report him. I don't, even if I get a radio and hack it, I'll hack it myself. I don't sell any kind of equipment nowadays. So if I want a piece of equipment and I can't afford it, I'll try and find a way of building it myself. I'm no electronic expert. I will Google, I will YouTube, see if anyone else has built something similar and try to copy their idea. I've got 4 circuit boards and all the components to build 4 other new devices, but the one I wanted to build, I had so many problems with it. I've already screwed up 4 boards because I buy them in packs of 10. And if I can build it and it works, then I build them for myself. And if I feel like I want to give one out, I'll give away one. You know, as long as I've got my own ones to use. You know, people have actually said to me, "Oh, will you build me this? Will you build me that?" No, I ain't gonna bother. I can't go through that hassle again. So like, you asked Dave Dimlow, yeah, he wanted one of those EM pumps with the analog meter on it, yeah. I tried building one for years for him and it still wouldn't work until last year, I think it was, or this year. No, I think it was early this year. I managed to build it because I bought a different controller box and I got it working. And I told him I got it working. I said, I'll send it up to you. Didn't charge him a penny. And he didn't just get that, he got something else off me as well. I think it was one of my vibration detectors, like as well. I know I sent him a couple of bits up. Didn't charge him a penny, not even postage. I asked them Dead Paranormal all that stuff they had off me, the Foreman brothers. Didn't charge them a penny. And they live in America. No, with all the stuff I sold there, not sold, all the stuff I sent them, I could have sold. But I didn't. I gave it to them. Don't believe me, ask them. Go to their channel. Living Dead Paranormal or the Foreman brothers. Same people, just different YouTube channels. Ask him, did I overcharge him anything? No. Because what they did, they actually sent me a T-shirt, which I've got up there. They sent me a DVD and a couple of stickers as a thank you. But they had 2 ghost boxes off me. They had a EM Pump Pro. They had a multi-box, which had like 6 items built into one box. So they had to carry 6 different like pieces of equipment. Dave Dimlow's got one. He's got a multi-box. I've got a multi-box somewhere, but I can't remember what I've done with the damn thing. I keep losing all my bloody equipment. I don't know what I keep doing with the damn shit. I keep losing them. Don't even know where my multi-box is. Yeah. What makes me laugh, it goes, oh, you're breaking the law, you know, you need it licensed. You don't need a license. You only need a license you're actually making a radio and transmitting a radio under a certain wave form, like different, like a certain frequency, then you may need a license. But with a radio and you're modifying it, then there ain't no problem with that because you've already bought the radio. You know, you could break the radio and fix it yourself. And no, all you're doing is you're just slightly modifying it. You know, you're not taking all the circuitry, the circuit board, all the components, and you know the documentation, and making it as if it's yours, because it ain't, because it's patterned. The only people we're going to be worried about, you know, a box being modified is the actual company. And the company ain't worried about, you know, modifying the radio because like it's going to give them that option, that opportunity for more people to buy their equipment, their radios, then aren't they? So if you've got like a radio and you've modified it, let's say like a Bush radio, for instance, yeah, and you modify it into a ghost box and people like the way it sounds, and they ask you what radio it is, and you say, oh, it's a Bush model, blah, 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 they're going to start looking for that radio, and a lot of people are going to go out and buy them so they can modify them. As long as the company's making money, I don't think they can really worry, unless like you're going to buy like 500 and modify them and sell them for like triple the price. Then they might get a bit, you know, pissed with that. But you know, I think as long as they're making them profit, I don't think they really worry about it, to be honest with you. No, some of these people that come on here talk shit. You know, the power sensor I built, yeah, that was originally from an idea from a ghost hunting equipment, and it's just like a sensor device. And I found out what it was. It's a reverse car parking sensor kit they use, and the company made a ghost hunting piece of equipment out of it called the Pyramid. And it was shaped as a pyramid. I can't remember the company name, but I think they still do, like, you know, ghost hunting stuff. And someone told me what it was, because I gave me an idea about the DC box, sort the ideas. He started making DC boxes for his group, and he gave me an idea to do the power sensors. And I made a couple of power sensors. Even Dead Paranormal's got a power sensor. They got two different ones. They got one which is a basic one. Then they asked me if I could build another one, but actually have like a laser grid attached to it, and I was able to do that. So when the sensor went off, it actually light up a laser grid. No one made one of those. I only ever made two. My one, I lost the laser boxing, because it's like you've got a power sensor, then you have like the laser grid, which you could use with the power sensor as one device, or you could use them as two separate devices. You could use the power sensor and the laser grid as separately. But when you're using the laser sensor, you had to have it connected to the power sensor. So when the power sensor went off, it lit the laser grid up. But they didn't have to do it that way. They could just like use the laser grid and use the power sensor. But if the power sensor went off and I was using the laser grid on its own, it wouldn't light up the laser. Nothing new on Netflix. I'm just seeing that guy on eBay's replied back, but I don't think they have. So I'm not getting nothing in messages. So all I've got is an email from eBay saying I've reported that I've not received the item. We're sorry that you didn't receive your item. We've asked the seller to respond to your request, and that my money is covered by the eBay money back guarantee. And if I don't get a request from the guy to resolve the issue, then eBay will step in on the 15th. So he's got a week. Oh, I've made the week today again. Ran out of crisps. Ran out of cakes. I've got this quarter bag of popcorn, which has been sitting there for about a week, which I'm not going to eat. So they're probably stale now. Shop round the corner will be shut to go and get a burger. So I think they shut at 11 o'clock. So I ain't really got much in the cupboard to cook. You know, I've got a piece of chicken breast, but I'm not going to get up just cook one piece of chicken breast. And I think that expires today as well, so that's going to be out in the bin. Got some biscuits, I suppose I could eat later. But yeah, I'm not doing an overnight stream again tonight, sorry guys, but I might try to do one tomorrow. I know I'm not going to get those Wi-Fi cameras tomorrow because I don't think Yodel delivers Sundays, and I couldn't get through to the driver. No, I even spoke to the online help and told them I've not received it, and they asked me for my address details and the tracking number which I gave them. And before I could even ask them what else is happening, the bloody online help guy just dropped the fucking conversation, and I tried getting back on, but no one's answering. So I don't know if my address actually got amended. I'm going to give it to Monday. If I ain't got nothing Monday, so I'm going to try to put a complaint in for Yodel. Because my works that came through, I ordered some adapters because I wanted to get the Xbox working tonight, but the adapters I've got were the wrong bloody adapters, and they came from Amazon. So Amazon always finds my place. Hermes always finds my place. DVD, although it's very rare get anything from DVD, they find my place. Yodel, always had problems with them delivering my stuff. Always. I don't know why people use fucking Yodel. I think it's because it's cheaper to ship than anyone else does. I've ordered 3 Wi-Fi cameras, 50 quid. And I've not got them to test out, muck around with them and trying to do like a multi-stream with them. So it just means keep waiting all the time now. I'm not going to spend any more money, buying any more. Because if I do that, no more luck, the other ones will turn up, and then I have too many bloody Wi-Fi cameras. And if I send them back, I've got to pay for the postage. So I'm just going to have to wait to see what happens during the week, next week. If I don't get them, then hopefully I'll get my money back. Because then the guy will have to put it through Yodel and claim the cost back on them. Yeah, well, I ain't worried about these dumbasses. They're trying to do it to get me, distracted from what I'm talking about, but I just ignore them. Yeah, they're jealous because what I am and who I am and what I do and what I know. I hope these fucking ass gets sorted one day. I really do. Then you fucking wonder why you start taking the piss out of someone. They don't really need holes in them, but I have actually done them with holes in because it gives them a little bit more. Well, I believe, and I may be wrong, but I believe that if you've got the odd little couple of pinprick holes in them, then it can make the EMF flow out a little bit more, give them that little bit more extra EMF. But the thing is, you start drilling holes in them to make that flow come out a little bit easier. If you're outside and it starts raining and you get water in it, then it can destroy the motor because what it is, it's generating an electromagnetic field from the magnet that is actually attached to the motor. If that motor shorts out, then it ain't going to work. No, if I had my other EM pump, where the hell it is, I don't know. It was just one of the basic ones, which I was going to do some more of, just to do some basic ones. If I knew where it was, I'd take it apart and show you. But what it is a motor connected to the switch, connected to power, to the battery. And someone said to me on eBay once before when I used to sell them, I don't do it anymore. I don't sell any more gear anymore, so I can't be asked. But I used to sell EM pumps for about 25 quid, yeah. And I was only making not even a fiver on it. Because the box, the motors, the switches, the magnets. Did I say the box? plus the postage on top as well. You know, I was probably making about £3 on each one. And every time I've made extra money on that, I put it to one side, then I could build more later, like just go and buy some more project boxes. And what I used to do, the motors, I used to buy a bulk load of old CD drives. Years ago, there used to be a guy selling like 25 CD drives for £25 with free postage. So that's where I used to get a bulk load of like old CD ones, you know, the old PC ones, and I used to take the motors out of there. Sometimes you used to get one motor, sometimes you got two. So you had two motors, that was a bit of a bonus, but you had to have really, really old hard drive, really old CD ROMs to get the two motors. Most of them are more kind of like more recent because I used to be IDE ones, you know, but more kind of like advanced built than the old ones. Because the old ones had two motors, the more advanced ones, you know, more newer ones had one motor. Then when you went into the SATA drive ones, they've only got one motor. But all it is a motor connected to the power switch, connected to the battery, and you've got the magnet connected onto like the little rotor of the motor. I don't have one around. I don't think. I did have one, but where it was gone, I don't know. So what this one here is a motor. So what you done, you got like your little plastic bit on there, on the rotor bit itself. You connect those to your power and your battery, and with this you just like hot glue the magnet on there, and when that's rotating, when that's spinning around, the magnet is generating its own like electromagnetic field. And people say, oh, that's not causing an electric magnet. Of course it is. A fucking magnet is like magnetic. It generates that EMF field. And some people say, oh no, it don't work. Well, of course it fucking does. So anyway, when it's spinning around, you normally like clockwise, I think. When it's spinning around, it's generating its own EMF. That's why I call it electromagnetic field, because the magnet is causing and generating its own magnetic field. And the electric is being run from the battery, so that's why it's called electromagnetic field, I suppose. So, as I say, like with those, there's probably one or two occasions I put one or two little holes in, and there's time when I was running out of project box and I needed them, so I had to strip the motors out and use them for other bits and pieces. But I don't think there's no harm in making like the odd one little hole. I won't put it on top or the bottom. If I was going to put it anywhere, I'll put it on the sides, because you know the water, if it's raining outside and you've got it outside, the water, although it's going to drip down, it might drip past that hole. You know, it's not going to go in it, I don't think. The only way it's going to go in, if you've got the hole up the top there and it's just going to pour through, or if the water is coming underneath the bottom, you know, if the ground's uneven, it might cause a little puddle and water might seep in. But around the sides, you know, it's like, you know, you look at when the rain hits your window, your whole window is not getting saturated, is it? It's where the rain's hitting and bouncing. So that's what probably happened with an EM pump. You've got a hole on the side. If it hits the side, it's not going to seep all the way down. It's just going to kind of like bounce. I know what you meant, pumps. What time is it? I'm going to go in a minute. Getting tired. Sort my bed out. But I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. If I do come on tomorrow, only if I do one of these, and if I get anything, I'll upload the video. What was it? I think I was going to screen share something earlier, but I can't remember what it was now. Ayman. Yeah, this is the video from the other night in the kitchen. Now, I know I was snoring, but on this video, I just noticed that it sounded like a female talking. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see that. Screen share. Screen share. Right, so listen to this. See if you can hear anything here. That's me snoring. I can't remember who it was. There. Come up now after I snored. Well, I can pass on that. It's around this area, between 3 minutes and 4 minutes. So you want to check back on there and let me know if you heard a female. So I don't want you, getting bored with listening to me snoring there. Because that was the camera, the Wi-Fi camera in the kitchen, which I was screen sharing because I was in bed at the time sleeping. So yeah. Right, I'm off to bed. Well, not off to bed straight away, but I'm going to go anyway. Probably watch a video or two before I go to bed. I don't think I'm going to get the Wi-Fi cameras tomorrow because I don't think they deliver Sundays. But if they do, that'd be good. If not, then I'll just have to wait for that guy to message me back and let me know he put the right bloody address down. No, he must have put my address down in a particular way because it's, it says that it's in Mitcham. And they said it was out for delivery, but then he turns around and it says, can't find the address. So if I'll show you quickly, I don't know if I'm going to find it straight away. Yodel tracking. Right, I'll show you this. So there, it says, sorry, went on to find your location, your property. So how can they not find my location? They can find it by the fucking postcode. I think the guy's too bloody lazy to come down like a little turn off or even walk down a little turn off. Why is Yodel being such dickheads? When I had an order of memory cards and charger cables. Charger cables came today. I had memory cards that turned up yesterday. And it's both from Amazon. So if he can find them, why can't fucking Yodel find me? Unless the guy has put the wrong address down. So I'm hoping that the guy will get onto Yodel and so let's check the address and this is the address and I hopefully get them before mid next week. So I don't really want to be like buying more in case these do turn up. And if they don't turn up, I'll rather wait to get me refund. Then I can order them from another seller. But that means more waiting time. And I really want to get these cameras up and running and doing more streams straight away. But it ain't going to happen, I'm afraid. And I'm not going to buy a new DVR system because they're too expensive for one, and I want one with like actual tracking, like these little Wi-Fi cameras. They go pan up and down, left and right. So that's why I'm trying to do it with these Wi-Fi cameras now. There will be odd occasions where the Wi-Fi might drop, but that's a risk we're going to have to take. And I did get a notification from my phone today that Virgin's updated their internet speed, apparently. Now, I don't think my internet speed's gone up anymore. I think it's just for like new customers who get, because I think it said like, get a gigahertz of internet speed for like 40 odd quid. I think my internet is like just done over 100 megabits, not gigabits. But they might update me, I don't know. They might update me a little bit for free, no idea. Well, anyway, so I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. I might be, I might not be. If I do any more experiments on the Xbox Connect, the portable one, not get any hits, and I'm able to get the bloody files, then I'll upload the files. If I can't do that, then I don't know what I'm going to do. What's that in? Sky talks on partnering with Virgin Media. Yeah, apparently Sky is like closing down, aren't they? Well, what I saw on social media, Sky is closing their TV section down. I think they're doing it streaming only and not through the Sky box. That's what I recall. So I don't use Sky anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. I don't even have Virgin Media TV. I just use the TV, internet and telephone. That's all I use. Can't afford it anymore. Right, anyway, let's keep saying I'm going to go. Might be on tomorrow. Like I said, I might not be. If I'm not on, but I do an experiment with the Xbox, if I catch anything, I'll upload the file, or I might do a live stream and screen share the file, but I don't know yet. Depends how I feel. Right, anyway, good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. What's left of it, and I'll catch you maybe or maybe not tomorrow. Bye for now.